My name's Ryan Aldrich. I'm a teacher here at Fayetteville-Manlius High School. I teach 11th grade U.S. history, and I teach 12th grade participation in government. I'm also the varsity flag football head coach. We started that program last year. So that's my position here at the school. It's pretty short and sweet, and it started back when I was a kid. Every day I'd go to school, my mom would give me a hug and a kiss, and she would tell me to do good. And so at one point I asked her, as kind of every smart aleck teenage boy does, I go, do good in what? And she's like, everything. And so I had a little bit to it, so my personal kind of mission statement is do good and be kind. And I tell my students that every day when they leave the classroom as just a reminder of, again, you can always do good things and you can always be kind. Those are the simplest things to do. So I really take that to heart. It's one of those interesting things that they kind of coincide, but they also have two different purposes. I think first and foremost, as a teacher, one of the things I try to instill, because not everybody's into history and that kind of stuff, is just to foster a lifetime love of learning. And to get to these kids that no matter what you do, whether you're going to college, work, the military, you're going to have to learn. And if you can learn to love to learn, right, that's going to make everything easier. And I always tell them as they grow up, or I should say get older, they're going to find their interest in something. And to be able to learn that interest and kind of fall in love with that idea of, no matter what it is, I can sit down, I can learn about it, I can enjoy it, and that's going to help them with any career path they go through down their lives. As a coach, it's a little bit different. Being out on that sports field, trying to push kids past what they think they're able to do, to have them reach the goal of what I know they're able to do, and to build those good character traits of physical toughness, mental toughness, because sports are a lot like life. Sometimes they go your way, sometimes they don't. You get knocked down and you just can't quit. You have to get back up. The next play's happening, so you don't have a lot of time to dwell on the past, right? Turn the page and let's focus on the future and keep moving forward. About 2 years ago, I was down visiting my niece and she was playing flag football. I just saw the joy that it brought her. And so I started wondering why we don't have it up here. And so I came up that year after holiday break and talked to our AD and about trying to get a flag football program started here. Some of the other schools had already started them, but he was on board. We just couldn't do it that year. And so last year was our first year. I wasn't really sure how well it was going to go, if there was going to be a lot of interest, but we had 40 some odd girls come out. First part of the season started a little rough, but eventually found our kind of stride. And being a first year program, we won the sectional title, we won the regional title, became the first team in Section 3 history to make it into the flag football team, I should say, to make it into the state playoffs, where we lost in a controversial game, I'll say. But that was a very cool experience to see those young women come out and try something they have never tried before as far as a sport. It's a brand new sport for us, and to see those young athletes and competitors really put in the work really gives me hope for, again, the future. Because kids, even if it's not sports but in school, I think one thing that gets misconstrued by people that don't interact with young adults on a daily basis is that there's something different about them. These kids want to strive. These kids work hard. And they come from all different backgrounds and different situations, but the determination that they show gives me hope for the future. And being a history teacher, I look at the past a lot, and every generation says the same thing about the future generation. They're lazy, they're not going to amount to much, it's going to be an issue, and they're always wrong. That's what your grandparents said about your parents, and that's what your great-grandparents said about your grandparents. Don't listen to the noise, focus on what you want to do and achieve it. And I think being a coach, they were able to adopt that and really strive for that. And even in the classroom, right? These kids are inquisitive, they're interested in what's going on around the world, what's going on locally. They have a voice and they want to be listened to. And many times they have valid concerns, and they just, I think adults look at them, they don't really take them seriously because they're younger. And I never try to do that. I come into this classroom every day saying, I'm going to learn something from you guys. And it really is. I learned today that some kids can freestyle. That's what we were doing a little bit, right? I give this younger generation a lot of credit because they have a lot of challenges coming up ahead. But I think I know they will rise to the occasion and continue to make the idea of America and Syracuse and our local communities better for it. And I think, like I said, in the school, that plays being a good coach helps me be a better teacher, and being a good teacher helps me be a better coach. So again, it's a great combo. And so yeah, I think especially in this school, we have great athletes, we have great students. So being able to teach the students and coach some of the same kids out on the field is just great. It's where I chose to live. It's where my wife is from, where my child was born. It is a lovely place. It reminds me of where I'm originally from. It's a nice community, and I'm excited to, again, spend the rest of my life up here and raise my child in this area. It's just a place that I think will continue to grow and improve. And like every place in the world, it has its issues, but as the people are amazing to overcome the challenges of the different economic issues, the different poverty issues, right? Having that up north spirit of going, all right, it gets us down, it may be cold, but brighter days are ahead and we'll keep going. It's just truly a lovely place to live. I'm so happy that I'm up here. No matter what happens in your life, wherever you are in life, right, you can always make changes in your life to improve your situation. Right, no matter where you are, right, little incremental changes will eventually snowball down into big changes in your life in a positive way. So no matter if you're older and you want to make a career change, or just if you're younger and you're not sure, right, continue to do good things, continue to be kind, and work hard. Even when you get knocked down, you got no choice to quit. You got to get up and you got to keep pushing forward. And I think that's a good advice just in life, no matter the age. Right? Life is going to get you down, it's going to kick you in the teeth, but you have to develop that grit to get up and say, I'm not done, and just keep pushing forward.